Not every day is going to be your day, and that's okay, as long as you know when to call it not being your day and you stop and start another day. If it's not your day, it's not your day. There's always going to be another day, and a better one. Aggie's words of wisdom. Cringe.
This is episode 2 of my series of Re-Swatching, my entire collection of gel polish. I'm also going to take my Hona gel polishes down from my display cabinet here. Dymo label printer, so just need a complete refresh. For example, this one, it's like half translucent in some places. I need to go through my full collection anyway and make sure that all the gel polishes are still usable. They all need a good shaking to mix the pigments up. I cut the excess off. Fresh swatch things, can't wait. Our swatcheroos are ready to go. Shake, shake, shake. Do, 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 do. Pretty sure that's like High School Musical or something. I could really do with a gel polish mixer. Still no sponsor, bummer. Do you top coat your swatches or just wipe off the inhibition layer? You guys are saying to swatch in the inside of the swatch stick. I have done that previously, and I tend to do that with builder gels because it would look like a hat on top of this thing otherwise. These plasticky swatcheroos can have scuffs on the outside, in which case I would be inclined to top coat it anyway. I also found that it would make it really awkward to get in here to wipe off the inhibition layer, which runs the risk of getting acetone on the stick part, which would just annoy the life out of me. I like to swatch on the top part and then just go in with top coats. But yeah, in saying that, why don't we give a couple of swatches a go? So I think I'm definitely not going to get all of these done today. Sometimes it's not easy being in front of the camera, and I do sort of kind of experience a bit of imposter syndrome, as does anybody. It's normal. You get good days and you get bad days, and while I love doing this, sometimes it can be a struggle. And I suppose it's like that with anything in life. Reese will be due home from work soon, and obviously dinner and stuff. Speaking of dinner, I actually quite fancy a Nando's today. Should we treat ourselves? I haven't earned it. I've not done this shit. And Oceania. Oceania? Ocean? No, but it's not getting E. Oceania. Let's say Oceania. Full dilemma about spelling. Right, let's try this swatching in the underneath of the swatcheroos. D23. That is stunning. Let's try the Oceania. Let's whack that on there. Do you know what? That actually looks really neat because the light reflection will be super smooth, and I suppose it won't be as bulky, guys. That's the swatches, and compared to the ones that have been swatched on top, that has thrown a massive spanner in the works. Why don't we try wiping off the inhibition layer and see? I don't feel comfortable leaving them like that. It's definitely sticky. A matte top coat going on. Ooh, okay. I don't know, you guys, this is such a huge commitment because I want them all to be the same, so I can't decide halfway through that I want to change what I'm doing. I do love the matte back idea. So while this one was essentially a translucent, it's now got a milky white back because of the matte. I don't know if I like that. I feel like I need to do a new swatch stick. I don't like that, I don't think. So I'm going to give this method a pass this time. I've been trying to get Reese to watch High School Musical for the longest time, and he's just not for having it. The man's returned from work. Someone's been to Costco!
Yeah. Could you tell from my Costco rotisserie chicken and a bot pack of noodles?
Yum. I guess we're not having Nando's tonight then.
What was that? Oh, you feeling Nando's, yeah? Oh.
Ouch. We're going to Nando's. We shall continue this tomorrow. Literally, this is all I've done.
Is that it all day?
No, I had a little bit of an imposter thing today.
What's that?
What's what?
Imposter thing, what?
An imposter syndrome thing.
Okay, well, you're not feeling like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just struggled today for some reason. I don't know. It's probably because I don't have my specs on. I don't feel like myself without my specs.
Yeah, you got a re-up on.
Maybe I need my little. I need to feel like I know what I'm doing. My smart glasses.
Especially when they're on the tip of your nose, looking like a librarian. I got funky sunglasses recently, but I hate them.
They're ugly.
They're good for driving.
The man's got a beautiful face and he puts those hideous things on. I don't get it. It actually looks like he's missing eyebrows. There he is.
What's happening, everybody? Mr. Extreme here. Mr. Extreme here. Mr. Extreme here. Mr. Extreme here.
No eyebrows to be had. Love you, but they're not the ones.
Mr. Extreme here. Mr. Extreme here. Mr. Extreme here. It's a look.
It's very stiff, that door.
Yes.
I think it's the PVC shrinking and expanding. Shake, shake, shake. Did it. So that's what I've been telling every single client that's been coming in. Just push.
It would shrink in the cold, it's expanding in the heat.
Love me a man who knows his shit. Let's go to Nando's.
Nando's!
Reese always has to go to the counter to make the order because he likes his corn like cremated.
I like it grilled, so you get like a bit of blackening, gives corn nice smoky flavour. But it seems like the Nando's we go to, they don't even see the grill.
Yeah, so he has to go and let them know, like, I want them black. So yeah, I think we should go to Nando's. That's a decision I made because I just we have on the cloud.
Oh, check it, I'll put it in the fridge.
This is what I'm saying, guys. My head is just not in the right place today. I am saying one thing and then I'm forgetting what I'm saying and I'm forgetting where I was. Colour sticker is so misleading, so I love that. Did it come with the bottle?
We got a box.
Hey! It's for you.
Yeah.
So many distractions today. Honestly, I can't cope with this. Hi girl, I did my swatches on Saturday. Took me a whole day. Have been putting it off as well. Tell me about it. I love this. Should you do a video swatching pinks? Girl, we are gonna do all of these. Second coat. Oh, it's bled. It's not my day. I really should stop before I let it go. Freak out. And the battery sign on my camera has just started flashing, so if that's not a sign, then I don't know what is.
And just like that, I'm ready. Nando's time. Yeah.
Leaving your corn.
What, black corn?
Are you sure it's your corn?
It has some colour. Has some melanin to it. Livable, it's not, but still.
So we're back, and it's another day, and it's a better day. So we're going to continue.
Let's pick up where we finished up before we went for our Nando's. This is as far as we got the other day. So we got about 10, I think, done. I filtered out the Oshina one because we put a matte top coat at the back of this, which made it go all milky, and I prefer it to be translucent. And then I filtered out on the cloud because it did sort of go over the swatching area. We'll need to relabel some new swatch sticks for them. Anyway, I'm going to pop these aside just now and we'll just pick up where we left off. I've got my swatcheroos. So let's go in for a lucky dip. First we have Runway, then we have Blue Hawaiian and N41. Blue Hawaiian is this one, first time lucky. Then we have Runway, which I don't actually know which one it is. Let's vote. Runway. Blue Steel. Anthem. Runway. N41. Cool, now I'm going to give all of these a little shake. When I brought all of these gel polishes off of the wall, I literally just labelled the swatch sticks. I didn't give them a shake or anything, so I'm going to need to do a little shimmy with these every single time I pick out new swatch sticks, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. Let's start with the Blue Hawaiian. N41. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. N41. That's a nice deep one with sort of turquoisey sparkle through it. And the swatch stick has a weird sort of ridge at the very top. So I've already swatched it now, so I'm going to just leave it. And then once it's cured, I'm going to just gently buff it off. And then lastly, there's Runway. Gorgeous sort of dark denim blue into the light. Perfect. Going to pop these aside for now. Let's get some more swatch sticks out. So we have Tea Room by the Joe Bottle, Galaxy, and Ball Gown. Ball Gown is quite a turquoisey sort of green colour. I think it's this one. Bam. Galaxy. Bam. Oh, can we get 3? I want to get this right. I'm going to say this one. Oh, there we go. There she's there. I'm going to shake, shake, shake. Really need to get that gel polish mixer that I was talking about in the last video. Guys, I was sitting last night editing the beginning of this video and work and talk at the same time. Agnes, please, would you? Tea Room. Which one was Tea Room? There we go. Yes, I was sitting last night starting to edit this video and Nail Order went live on their Instagram and they announced a whole bunch of things whilst they were on there. I wasn't tuned in through it all. But they launched their tickets to their nail event. I think it was the 28th of September in Birmingham. So I hopped on it and I booked myself a ticket. So I'm going to be there. Let me know if any of you guys is going. It would be really cool to meet some of you guys. Galaxy. And I also picked up a +1 ticket for Reece. So he's going to come along to the evening part, which is going to be really fun. And it's actually Reece's birthday that weekend as well, so I hopefully won't be in a state come Nail Order's event. So we'll probably meet some of Reece's friends in Birmingham to celebrate his birthday, either the Friday or the Saturday before it. So yeah, it'll be a boozy one, I think. Okay, I'm gonna pop all them colours into the lights. We've got our other ones back out. Now I'm going to fix that in 41. Grab an old file. I'm just going to sort of even that out. I've not had any of them like that so far, so hopefully no more of these little ridges. Second coat. So yeah, lots of exciting things coming up. Our holiday being in currently 3 weeks time, not too sure what it's going to be by the time I post this video, but yeah, we go in the beginning of May, so I'm really looking forward to it. And then of course we've just booked the nail order thing for September, so lots of things to look forward to, and I'm sure there's going to be more things creeping up as well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the nail order event. I've heard really great things about them and the lineup is insane. Definitely looking forward to meeting everybody there. I've actually not been to a nail event since the Kona Rodeo event, and that was summertime last year, so it's definitely overdue. And of course I'm going to film and take you guys along with me because we were able to get a ticket for Reece as well. He can help me with the filming in the evening, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be a really good one. And I like the fact that Nail Order put on the tickets for a +1 as well, because Reece is so involved with everything I do and I always speak about him and everything, so it's nice that he can come and sort of experience some of it as well. So I'm just going to pop all of those aside. We have Opal Diamond by Victoria Vin. We have, oh, 2 Victoria Vin in a row. Heather Polaris and Supernatural by the Manicure Company. So Supernatural, that was the green one I was intending to do along with the blues. I suppose it could kind of be blue as well. Shake, shake, shake. That's those other 2 out the lamp as well. They were quite nice together actually. Oh, that is stunning. So that's a really nice holographic-y sort of hexagonal glitter in there. Stunning. Pop that aside. 229 by Victoria Vin. Oh, you can see how dusty these bottles are. Definitely need a good wipe down. All right, that is, wow, that so rich. You guys seen this? Look how rich that is. That is stunning. So these ones are like really thick and gloopy. So if I'm doing that on a client or myself, I would actually just put a blob on and then get a flat brush and just sort of pat it all down, because it's quite hard to get into the area obviously where your sidewalls are. With this being so thick, on a swatch stick it's not so bad, so I'm just going to sort of fill any gaps. Happy with that. Gorgeous. And then we have 299 Heather Polaris one. Itchy. Okay, so 299. Look at that sparkle. Wow. Straight in with my sort of cuff area. Oh, that is stunning. It's one of those flash gel polishes. It's like when you take the flash photo, it's reflective like. Gorgeous. There we go. Gorgeous. Right. I'm gonna pop them into the light. That was a really sparkly lot. Back into my pots, we have Weekender, Michelle and Ken, all by the gel bottle. Weekender, oh, itchy elbow. Okie doke, take all the rings off and give them a shake. Open, open, open. Gonna start with Ken. Stunning. Michelle. That's one from the influential women's collection, and that's named after Michelle Obama, if my memory serves me right. Gorgeous. And Weekender, nice turquoisey blue. Lovely. Into the light. I'm gonna pop those ones aside, bring these ones back out. And there we have them. Oh, how lovely is this set of glittery gel polishes? That is stunning. Love. Love, love, love. Right, let's do coat number 2. Do you see what I mean with this gel polish? It's so clumpy.
Let me just grab a flat brush. Liner brush, detail brush, round brush by the gel bottle will do me nicely. Thank you very much. Always gets so stiff though. No matter how much I clean it, it always sort of goes stiff. So annoying. So let me just give it a little clean, soften those bristles up. Okie doke. To be fair, that's sort of self-leveled anyway while I was sorting this brush out. So what have you guys all been up to recently? Hope everyone is doing well. Finally, we're getting into the spring months. The lighter evenings are here at last. I had a bit of a scare recently. I've had this spot on my shoulder for years and years, but it's just sort of caught my eye recently. So I made an appointment at my doctor's just to have them look at it, and they gave me an urgent referral to have it photographed, which gave me a bit of a fright. So I had the appointment within, I don't even think it was a week. So I was like, oh, that's not good. I don't know what it's like other places in the world, but here in Scotland, to get a referral or an appointment with the doctor is like gold dust. So yeah, the fact that they made it then and there for less than a week's time, I was like, this is bad news. But I've been for my photograph and I've had correspondence. Luckily, it's just a mole that I need to keep an eye on. But if you have any marks on your body that you're concerned about, this is your sign to go and get them checked out. It's one of those things, you know, it doesn't necessarily stress you out, but subconsciously you're sort of thinking about it quite often. And I feel like these little things that you kind of have at the back of your head definitely must contribute to stress levels in some shape or way, because it's like taking up storage in your brain. So anyway, I'm glad I had it seen to. I can leave it alone now, not have to think about this, and I know it's fine. But should anything change, I shall have it looked at again. Right, and then Heather Polaris. This one is stunning, you guys. Like, I'm gonna give you a close up. This deserves. Look at that. Oh, how gorgeous. I am such a fan of Victoria Vin. I love their gel polishes. I don't have the biggest collection, but I do have quite a few of them. Their gel polishes are so pigmented. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look and see. Not that I need more gel polish, and I really shouldn't, seeing as I've got my holiday coming up, but I'm going to see what the stockists situation is like here in the UK, because all my Victoria Vin gel polishes have came from Estonia, which is where I'm originally from, and they stock them there. So, oh, that was stunning. Wow. Gorgeous. Sorry guys, I am terrible at trying to do things and speak at the same time. I'm going to probably watch this back and be like, what on earth? But yeah, definitely, if you can get your hands on Victoria Vin gel polishes, highly recommend. They are really nice colours together actually. Let's do another coat of these blues. These blues, as if those are the only blues. The whole video is blues. Anyway, Michelle's got like an almost like a lilac-y tinge in there. I mean, she's definitely blue, but there's a little tinge of purple, I feel. I did get that onto the swatcheroo a little bit. Let me get my clean-up brush. This one's by Hona. I've been using that for about a year, but it is getting quite fluffy, so yeah, not very precise anymore. Okie doke, Michelle's done. Let's have Weekenders. It's absolutely pouring outside. I'm sorry if you're picking up some of that rain audio. It's been so dry here in Scotland recently. We've had wildfires up north, so a little bit of rain is definitely overdue. Lovely full coverage. That's a lovely fresh turquoisey blue. Last but not least, Ken. It's a proper sky blue. Speaking of wildfires, is anybody watching from America or LA? That was crazy what you guys had. What's it like now? Is it all calmed down? How's things? Let me know. Just can't really get that corner. Okay, there we go. That's me. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Leave it alone.
into the light. And we have our sparkly ones back out. They are stunning. Gorgeous colours. Love that. Wow. Love, love, love. That's terrible. That's been like Thursday I was filming. Today is Monday. It's been like 4 days. And I'm still banging on about pop to the top. Shake, shake, shake. And these are back out the lamp. That is a really gorgeous range of colours, isn't it? Pop them to the side. I'm gonna just clean my brush off. La, 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 la. We have Double Denim by the Jill Bottle. We have Blue Orchids. And we have Darkness by Hona. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Darkness by Hona. So that was in Hona's autumn collection, Into the Darkness, which I took off of my cabinet shelf. We've been on display for slightly too long, being into spring and all. Anyway, better late than never. I want to put all my Aliana hands into that display cabinet. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I won the competition. If you don't know, go check out my videos on it. Lots of shenanigans. But yeah, I won 3 Aliana hands and I've got them in my back room currently, and I'd quite like to display them properly. And I feel like that would be a really good place to display them. Blue Orchids. Is our shimmery blue. Gorgeous. I'm gonna pop that into the lights. I'm terrible for forgetting my coffee. I mean, this is gone cold and I don't like cold coffee. Oops. They are ready for their second coat. Okie doke. Double Denim. Double Denim is probably the most popular pale sort of pastel blue that I have in my collection. And then Blue Orchids. I love that shimmer, that is gorgeous. I feel like these sort of polishes used to be more for like the older generation, but it's definitely coming in with the younger generation. Like I would put like hibiscus flowers and sort of oceany theme nail art together with this colour. That's gorgeous. Let's get rid of these. I'm gonna be annoying all of you guys. I'm surprised if you're still here. So these have came out the light. Oh, I've managed to stain this one. That's highly annoying. I'm sure that'll come off though. I'm gonna leave that just now. We have Anthem by the Jill Bottle. We have D005 and we have Ultramarine Atria by Victoria Vin. Victoria Vin, Anthem, this one? No, Blue Steel. Anthem, second time lucky, and D005. 2 seconds, gotta find this. D005. I don't think I've got this colour. I've literally went through all of these and I definitely don't have it. Let's have a look at my swatches. I feel like that might have been a little mistake. Looks like, oh, I'm really confused. D23. Guys, I got mixed up earlier. Oops. This one is supposed to be this one. This one's supposed to be that one. Yes, that was the one that we did the matte background on. I am such a silly goose. So that means I need to do a new swatch stick for this one, and I can just go ahead and swatch that just now. When there's this amount of gel polishes involved, you're bound to make mistakes. Let's start with the Victoria Vin. That is gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Oh, that's stunning. Love. So pretty. Anthem, quite similar to the gel bottle in Bolt, I think. Slight translucency. I don't know if I gave it a good enough shake or if that's just what the consistency is like with this one. And then the D005, not 23. And I'm going to swatch it on top of the swatch stick this time. Gorgeous. Okay, I've got the Victoria Vin back out the lamp, ready for its second coat. Oh, nice. Look at that sparkle. It's giving like night vibes, starry skies. Oh, it's beautiful. Gorgeous. So pretty. Under the light, Anthem comes out. Nice full coverage with the second coat. And that's Anthem. Gorgeous. D005. Oops, I managed to drop you guys. Anyway, let's continue. Gorgeous. Into the light. Okay, let's go back into our pots. So we have Opal, we have Iris, and we have Royal Navy by the gel bottle. So let's have Opal. Oh, how gorgeous is that? Wow, that is stunning. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. Then Royal Navy, says it in the name. Gorgeous. Into the light. And Iris, which is a nice sparkly one. Beautiful. I'm gonna pop those colors aside, and we have these three back out from the light. Gorgeous. Pop them aside. Cambridge Blue, Glacier, and Plumbago. Plumbago? No idea what that is. By the gel bottle. Cambridge Blue. This one. Bam. Glacier is this one, that's a fairly new one. And Plumbago is a greeny turquoisey blue. Glacier. Oh, that's gorgeous, sort of pearlescent blue. Stunning. That is gorgeous. Camera picks that one up really well too. Love. Gorgeous. Into the light. Cambridge Blue. That's a really nice sort of denim-y blue as well. Gorgeous. Into the light. Last but not least, we have that Plumbago one, which I need to search what that means out of curiosity. That needs another little shake. Okie doke. Stunning. And we've got our other three back out. I think I'm going to leave Opal as it is because you're never going to get the full coverage with this one. Although I don't think it belongs with the blues. For whatever reason it's here with the blues. I would be inclined to pair it with pinks maybe, or lilacs, maybe pinks. I just had to go and do that, didn't I? Royal Navy. That's a really nice deep blue. And I've got this lot back out for their second coat. Plumbago one.
This one's more like a green, I would think. See, I just change my mind all the time. But then equally, you could put that next to the teal and it will make perfect sense. So it can be difficult, this process, in terms of what goes where. Cambridge blue. Oh, gorgeous. Love that. Into the light. And the glacier, which we love. Barely needs another coat, to be fair. But we shall do one anyway. Love. I thought I just swiped it. That's the Royal Navy and the Iris. All done. I reckon we should have another question from the last swatching video. Guys, this is really sad. So I've actually printed out you guys' comments because I'm using my phone as like a preview thing so I can see what you guys are saying. I don't really want to go off the app, so I thought I'd print them out. Nice and easy. Anyway, next colours we have Signature, Electra and Dark Wave, two of which are the gel bottle, and the Dark Wave is the Manicure Company. Dark Wave, where is Signature? I can't find it. Nope. There's actually not that many colours left, so I should have... Oh. Got it. Electra. Okie doke. Linda's Pretty Press-Ons, thank you so much for watching all my videos and taking the time to comment. I appreciate it very much. Linda said, it's amazing how many green shades there are. I know, right? You and Reece are a beautiful couple. Have you ever told us how you guys met? I don't think we have. I feel like that's maybe one for me and Reece to sort of speak about together, perhaps. But we met just after lockdown finished here in the UK, which would have been 4 years ago. In May, I believe. May, that would have been 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, May 2021 we met, I think. Yeah, I went to, well, I'll just say it. So I went to London for a nail course with Willow Academy to do cuticle work. I was trained in the e-file, but I hadn't done like a cuticle course or qualification. So I went to London to do that, and I sort of turned on my, shall we say, internet dating when I was down there, and oh, this colour's not looking good. I think Signature might have had its days, maybe. Let me just wipe that and try again. Not too sure about this one. I'll stick it in the light and see how it goes. But yeah, I went and done my e-file cuticle work training. Oh, that's stunning. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Love. And yeah, we met up, had a little date. He showed me all around London, and it sort of just went from there, really. That's gorgeous. And then fast forward, I think 9 months later, Reece moved to Scotland, and the rest is history. Second coat of Electra. It's not doing it for me. It's a bit sparse feeling. Signature. Guys, I've just messed up. I got Signature mixed up with Electra there, so I've done Signature over the top of Electra. I'm going to go over the Electra with the Electra, because if anything, the Signature gives it more of a background, because this is just sort of a sheen, really. They are both more or less the same colour. Do you know what? If anything, that's worked out a treat. Don't know if you can see that, it's got a nice sheen through it.
I'm gonna pop that back in the lights. Signature, I'll be sure to actually use signature on the signature this time. Ah, do you know what? I was wrong. Obviously it takes 2 coats. Gorgeous. Dark wave, second coat. And that's the Manicure Company one. Again, it's given Starry Skies vibe. Do you know what? I really hate this like bulging area. It's so hard to get the colour even over that bit because it's raised. So when you're brushing over it, you're almost scraping the gel polish off that area, which is quite annoying, but anyway, not a major thing. So we've done 2 coats of these. I'm going to pop them aside. They are ready for top coats. We have D23, Strike a Pose and Tanzanite by Victoria Vin. Okie doke, give these a little shake. So I'm going to start off with the Victoria Vin. Now, speaking of Victoria Vin, I had a little look and Victoria Vin is available to purchase in the UK on roxycosmetics.co.uk website, and so reasonable. So the kind of mid sort of price point for Victoria Vin gel polishes is £8, kind of the average, and they are just 8mm per bottle as well, which I think is quite good because if you're a small nail tech like myself, having a massive collection like that can end up going to waste because there's only one of you. So that's quite good. You can have more colours in lesser quantities. Now I'm just looking for my magnets. Alright, zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, yes, look at it. Now, sometimes I will just do like the base colour just without the cat eye effect. But in the last video, I had a full dilemma with one green that just did not want to cat eye. Matter of fact, should I just do a black base on this? I think I will. Do you know what? I'm going to wipe this off. Oh, that was quite satisfying. Let me just grab a black. I'm going to use Nail Order's Noir, which is such a black. It's extremely pigmented, as is Nail Order's White, which you would have seen me use in my previous video to do my French tip. Extremely pigmented. So just going in with this black. So I'm going to pop that into the light. And then we had D23. Look at that colour. Stunning. Oh, that is gorgeous. Love. Stunning. Strike a pose. Lovely coverage on this one. Sort of greyish blue. Lovely. Into the light. Let's have our next 3 colours. We have Smoke and Mirrors by the Manicure Company, Juniper by the Gel Bottle, and Anthracite Cedar by Victoria Vin. Fun fact, while I was away there, Katy Perry is heading to space, apparently. There you go. There's a fact that you didn't need. Gonna give these a shake. I'm too big of a wuss. I don't think I could ever do anything like that. Like, I'll go on these theme park pirate ship ride things that just goes back and forth and I freak out. Matter of fact, we're going to Tenerife and we're talking about going to Siam Park, which is a water park, and Reese has been looking up all these videos on YouTube of all the different rides. He's like, oh, you could manage that one, you could manage this one, and I'm like, oh, please give me a better punishment. I'll just have my cocktail, look after the bags. This is when I wish we had kids so that I could just be like, go with your kids. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I think I'm just a little bit paranoid as well, obviously, because I've had my operation on my spine. So I just need to be careful of that, but I'll maybe do the lazy river. That's probably as exciting as it gets for me. But yeah, I don't think I would fancy space. Not my kind of get up. Into the lights. I think I need to take things away from the background because I feel like it's making my camera struggle a bit in terms of it's focusing on the wrong things. So then we have Juniper. Seems quite similar to the Electra we had earlier. Into the light. So these ones are back out. Let's do the Victoria Vin cat eye one. Wow, it's like night and day having that black underneath. These polishes really need a colour underneath. So just going in with my magnets. And I'm not going to lie, I am not the best with these cat eye polishes. I feel like I just sort of hope for the best. Can't even explain what I'm doing because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just, that's quite cool. But yeah, this is one thing I should really sort of look into a little bit more on, sort of teach myself. But then equally, I don't know if there's a right or wrong way of doing the cat eye. So I feel like I've overworked this now. I'll just end up with the little diagonal line. Let's just start again. I did this in the last one. Boom, and then coming in at the other side. But then I feel like it dulls the other side. Oh, and then I end up with this sort of weird blob. It's quite annoying. That looks quite cool actually. I wonder what this end does. Guys, I really don't have a clue with the magnetic. I love the effect, but honestly, I am not good with it. I really don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, that's quite cool. I've just sort of like pulled the whole thing down. Ooh. Oh man. That is cool. You would think this was my first time. That's quite cool how the light just sort of catches it. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's quite cool. I'm quite happy with this. Sorry guys, you can barely see what I've been doing. Yeah, I'm just going to cure that before I mess it up again. Maybe I should use this small end more often. Okay, then we had strike a pose, second coat, lovely, into the lights, and then we had the D23, right close to the swatcheroo stick, and there she is, stunning. Okay, then we had these three smoke and mirrors. So I could definitely do with a little bit of a base coat because it is a bit sheer. I have had it for a while, so it might be that the pigment's starting to leave the building a little bit. Then we had the anthracite. That rain has not stopped all day. I'm sorry if you guys can hear it. You probably shouldn't hear it because you are in my DJI mics. Should just sort of gather my voice and kind of filter out the background, but if you do hear it, I do apologise. Gorgeous, love that. Juniper, neaten up that edge. This is quite translucent and I think this one's for the bin. That one was done. I think you just get an instinct for when certain colours are done. Oh, also I forgot to mention earlier, it wasn't coincidental that I'm wearing a blue top. I thought, you know what? Let's match the occasion. Okie dokes. So we have the
cat eye is wonderful, love it. And then we also have smoke and mirrors and the anthracite. Now we are getting towards the end of these colours, so let's have another comment. So Beth English 210, thank you so much for your comment. Please do more of these, it's so therapeutic to watch. Yes, I am here for the rest of these shelves. I've committed myself. Plenty more coming your way. Stay tuned. Please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, interact, like the video, subscribe, and subscribe, and like the video. The more interactions I get, the more rewarding, therefore motivating it is for me to keep going and show up for you guys. And for that, I am extremely grateful. Thank you so much for all you guys' comments, for taking the time to watch my video. The fact that you guys are interested in what I've got to say or what I do is really a massive compliment. So I really appreciate everybody sticking around and watching my videos. It means the world to me. How soppy is that? Let's continue. We have Jade by the Jill bottle. Then we have Bolts. And we have On the Clouds. There we go. Give them a shake. This bloody hair, I should have tied it up, honestly. I do apologise if I'm saying anybody's name wrong, but we have Brittany Payton 2333. Green is my favourite colour, so I loved watching this. I love this. Oops. I love the Sin City colour. Sin City is cold and empty. No one around, don't know the lyrics. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I totally frisbeed one of these caps across the room and I can't see it. Nope, it'll come out one day. Right, yeah, that was Bolt losing its cap thing. Matter of fact, I think somebody asked about the caps, if the swatches come with the bottles. So I don't know if you meant the rings or the tops. The tops come with the bottle, the rings, I paint them myself. On the Cloud. I've got these swatch sticks, like the finished swatches to my right here, and occasionally they keep sticking to my arm. Probably not the best place to have them. I sort of like to start off by doing with the bit where the swatch tip meets the swatcheroo stick, and then I kind of paint the rest off the tip. Bolt, which no longer has the cap, it'll come out one day. Gorgeous. Now I remember this being really pigmented, so obviously it's had a bit of separation. Oh, I really want to get one of these pigment mixers and just really proper give the polishes a real shake. Because your wrist gets sore whacking these things about when you're doing a whole massive collection of gel polishes. So there's only so much you can actually shake them by hand. Anyway. Jade. Little hair. Got all those other polishes in my road. There we go, Jade is going into the light. Next up we have Lydia Crow. I hope I've said that right. Thank you so much for watching all my videos and leaving your lovely comments. I appreciate them so very much. I do love projects like this. I also agree that the almond shape looks more elegant. Absolutely, I think it's way better than like these ones. So like, look at the difference. The almond is definitely way more neater. Like even just where the swatcheroo meets the stick. Gosh, I've said that about a million times in this video, I do apologise. Yeah, there's the same colour as well for reference. It's like
Night and day, I think. Just way neater. That's just my personal opinion. I am a DIY person, so my collection is under 50 and it's pretty easy to maintain. I'm very envious of you right now. I've gotten into the habit of cleaning the bottle with a bit of cotton soaked in alcohol. I am really good for doing that. When I've just recently went through my entire collection, whenever I use a colour, I'll clean it with my IPA round the lid, and if it gets onto the bottle, I mean the neck of the bottle, before putting it back on my shelves. But then it gets to a point where you put one back that you've forgotten to wipe, or it's not that bad, just put it on the wall, and then next one, and then yeah, you just sort of, I just find that at some point I kind of fall out the habits, and then I'm like, do you know what, it all needs redone anyway, and then I'm like, do you know what, we'll just clean the entire collection. But yeah, I learned this from Shuni Nail, never heard, I'll need to have a little look, thank you. Close the cap with it, close the cap with it on the thread, so I'm guessing you're meaning the neck of the bottle, to clean both cap and bottle, then remove, recap and store. So I think what you're saying, I might be wrong, so from memory, I think what you're talking about is this little trick. So you get like a little bit of lint-free pad or whatever you've got, fold it up like that, cut a little hole here, IPA or your acetone, I'd probably be more inclined to use acetone, and then open that up, and then what you do, I think, is you put your brush in here, so like that, and then I think this goes in here, squeeze on. Now bear in mind, I have never done this before, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere. I'm pretty sure that is what you're referring to. So close it and then undo it, and basically what should happen, I think, is, fair enough, it sort of works. You clean the insides of the bottle. Definitely has done something, but again, I feel like it's one of those ones where it's, for me personally, I will just go in with my lint-free pads, acetone, just wipe the neck of the bottle. That is quite a good trick for getting the inside of the cap, if you've got one that overflows lots. But yeah, personal preference, but I think that is what you're talking about there. I might be wrong. I'm actively trying to reduce my supply of gels and focus on only the things that are my holy grail for my nails. It's taken a few years to get through everything. That's fair. I should do the same. I hope you do more of these. Oh, hell yes. I'm actively trying to reduce my supply of gels and focus on... Yeah, I completely agree with this. This is why I was saying as well, if you can get smaller bottles in the gel bottle, it's a no-brainer, because these, there's a lot of product in here. 20ml is a lot of product to get through if you are just a solo nail technician working by yourself. So yeah, I'm here for that. Instead of buying in more gel bottle, I'd be more inclined to either buy minis of the gel bottle if there are certain colours that I really like that I'd want to rebuy, or the likes of Victoria Vin 8ml bottles. Anyway, chatting away, let's go in with another quote of On the Clouds. I really wish I could work and talk at the same time. I mean, normally I can, obviously when I'm working on clients, but I don't know why I struggle with the camera. On the Cloud is on, and then we have Jade.
I'll show you at the end how I clean my bottles. We are not far away from that stage. I am almost finished swatching all of these. And then we have bolts. Oh, we have leaked. Just tidy that up. There we go. I don't actually know what time it is. I had a client in the morning and then I had my breakfast and then I came in here and started with this, and I am so bad for sort of starting something and then completely losing myself in it. So then I'm like, what planet am I even on? I have no idea what time it is. I'm hungry. We picked out some colours there whilst I think I was answering one of the comments. So we have Malibu, Semi Blue by Urban Graffiti, Satin by Hona. That was the green one that came down from my cabinet, which will need to join the ones that we done in the previous video. Okie doke, let's start with Malibu by the Gel Bottle. Gorgeous. That's sort of like a pearlescent blue-green, turquoisey colour. Semi Blue by Urban Graffiti. Definitely one that could do with a base coat. And then we have Satin by Hona, which is the green. That's a proper bottle green. And these ones have came out the light. They've got their two coats on. Put them aside. These are back from the lamp. Tuck it in. This one looks a bit funny. It's almost like curved to the side. Weird. Don't know what's happened there. There we go. Gorgeous. Love that. And the Gel Bottles Malibu. Stunning. Diva's Mum 8. The pasta dish looks amazing. Handsome and he can cook. You get it. You just totally get it. So good. I am blessed. We are down to this much left. I got this. Forget Me Not, the Gel Bottle. Paradise, Hona, and Stratosphere by Urban Graffiti. Give them a shake. Okay, so Forget Me Not. Stunning baby blue, quite similar to the double denim. Lovely. Into the lights. Paradise by Hona, quite similar, slightly more cooler, I think. Oh, a little something something there. Into the lights. Urban Graffiti Stratoscope. Stratoscope. I swear that's a year thing for doctors. Stratosphere, which is a cat's eye. So let's have a look at that with the first coats. Okay. I'm going to pop that into the light and then we'll do a second coat of that one. And then we have these ones with their two coats. There's literally a pile of swatches here that need top coat, and The sight of it is quite exhausting. Whilst those are cooking, let's get back into our pot. We have Full Moon by the Jill Bottle, Outlaw by Hona, and Blue Hedgehog by the Jill Bottle. Give those a shake. Ooh. Full Moon. That's gorgeous. Then Blue Hedgehog. Get it opened. That's going to take some serious cleaning up. Nice holographic-y blue. That could really do with a colour in the background. Lovely. Into the light. And then we have Hona's Outlaw. Oh, like butter. Hona's gel polishes are insanely pigmented. There we go. Pop that into the light. And we've got these ones that just came out. Oh, Paradise has managed to catch a little hair in the process. These are really similar, them two. Okay, let's do another coat of the Stratosphere, which is the Urban Graffiti cat eye one. Ah, that's so annoying. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully not touch the gel polish this time. I think that is pretty cool. Oh yeah. Gonna pop that into the lights. And then we have Paradise, second coat. Stunning. And then we have Forget Me Not by the Jill Bottle. Gorgeous. And out comes these three. Blue Hedgehog. Here we go, that'll be gorgeous over a colour. You could put it over black or blue. That's lovely though. Look at that glitter. Beautiful. Full Moon. Quite annoying, that sort of touched swatch stick. That's not gonna come off like this, is it? Am I a freak? Should I leave it alone? Really annoying though. It's not a big deal. I'm going to leave it. So annoying. That just looks messy. I'm going to redo it. Outlaw by Hona. Stunning. These three are back out. Gorgeous. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to redo that swatch stick. I'm back and I've got the new swatch stick. Let's not make a mess of this one. Back in here, we're almost done. We have Night Sky by Hona, Blue Steel by the Jill Bottle, and Bluefin Jill Bottle. Give these a shake. Bluefin. Into the light, then Blue Steel, I love this colour, it's a proper cobalt blue, such a nice rich blue. And then we have Night Sky by Hona, which is a detail paint which needs a bit of a dusting. Oh, just look at that, guys. Ooh. That is gorgeous.
Wow, look at that. Right, let's get that on the swatch stick. I'm just going to wet my flat brush so it's got its flexibility back. Right. Oh, yes. It is stunning. Wow. Gorgeous. Into the lights. So I've got a few that's just came out the light. We've got the Blue Hedgehog and the Outlaw with 2 coats. Blue Steel getting its second coat. Tidy up this area. But yeah, I appreciate all of your guys' comments about swatching in the inside. I did try to give it a little go, but obviously it's just not the method for me. But it does work, so definitely give it a go. Gorgeous. Yeah, I just like getting the true feel for how the colours apply on top of the swatch stick. And that's just my preference. Bluefin getting its second coat. And I think in terms of like watching the video as well, I think it's much more satisfying watching it going on top of the swatch stick as opposed to going on the inside. There we go. So I think it's just going on 5 o'clock, so Reece will be due in from work soon, and today I'm actually going to be more or less finished at a decent time. So going in with the second coat of Hona's Night Sky detail paint. Gorgeous. Love that. Into the light. We are down to just 3 colours. And those are Almost Midnight by Victoria Vin, Oceana by the Joe Bottle, and Sea Light by the Joe Bottle. Give them a little shake. Sea Light. Stunning. Oceana. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now I think this is the one we done in the beginning, and I put the matte background behind it and it just wasn't the one. We're just going to keep it nice and translucent. I hope I was in frame there. Stunning. And last but not least, Victoria Vin. Oh, I love this colour. So nice. Look how bright that blue sparkle in that sort of deep dark blue. That makes no sense. Look how nice that really bright sparkle is in the really dark blue gel polish, if that makes sense. Let's swatch her. So this is Almost Midnight. I've done quite a lot of sets with this. Clients love this as well. But because it's not a gel bottle one, it is one that I always need to sort of put in people's faces deliberately because it doesn't come on the main swatch wheels. Gorgeous. Look at that. That is stunning. So these ones have their 2 coats. I can pop them aside. Guys, this pile is starting to give me anxiety. There's like swatches on top of swatches and they're not top coated. They're still tacky. We'll get to that in a second. Then we have the Night Sky. I've sort of missed a little bit there. Do you know what? It's still on the brush. Let me just see if there's enough to just fix that little bit without having to get the whole thing back out again. That looks all right. Good thing I never cleaned that brush. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna pop that one back in the lump. Bluefin has its 2 coats and it's gorgeous. Pop that aside. These 3 are ready for their second coat. Back with that Victoria Vin Almost Midnight. It's actually quite similar to the Hona, is it Night Sky? Yes, quite a similar one. Obviously we've got this in a bottle version. Slightly on the swatch stick there. Oh, that was from the first coat. Let me see if I can try and blend that in a bit. I am so OCD with these, it's ridiculous. There we go, that's a bit better. Gonna pop that in the lamp. Okay, Oceana gets its second coat. Beautiful. Into the light and sea light. Gorgeous. Okie doke, these three have just came out the light. Oh, and there's the difference. There's not really that much. To be fair, there is quite a lot in it. This one's completely, yeah, they're different. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. And I couldn't agree more with you, Linda, in terms of so many different shades. So same, but so different. Anyway, pop them aside. And that's Oceana with its 2 coats. Now, let me just show you that one we did first. This is the difference. Someone said to matte top coat the backs, which is fair enough because you get to see the effect of it matte. However, I've just touched it, forgetting it's wet still. It's a whole completely different colour now. So yeah, hence why I'm sticking with my method. But yeah, if it works for you, it works for you. Everybody's different. I just wanted to show you guys in case that is something that you guys are considering doing yourself. That is something that you need to bear in mind. What is that? Not entirely sure, but I'm going to leave it. That'll disappear once the top coat goes on. Cool, and that's us. We have finished swatching. Hallelujah. Can you believe it? And for the record, no, I don't think I can sing. Sorry about your ears. Done. Let me show you guys the current situation. So this is the aftermath of hours upon hours of swatching. So here we have that tacky pile of swatches that need top coated that were sticking to my arm.
Tommy wanted to go to Costco to get Easter eggs, so I remembered to buy 12.
Nice.
How's the blue going?
Finished.
You finished?
Yeah, just need to top coat them all.
Finished. That's a lot of blue.
You just press a button to flip the screen.
Hello.
And finally, let's get top coating. So to top coat these, I am using decanted top coat. When you're running low on your top coat, at the bottom of the bottle, you can end up with the odd speckle of like glitter or maybe some little clumpy bits where it's been exposed to the light. So I have decanted a couple bottles of Extreme Shine Top Coat into the one bottle, which I'm going to use on a swatch sticks rather than using like a brand new top coat, which would be a bit of a waste because I'd obviously prefer to use that on my clients or myself. So yeah, let's get top coating. Okay, so I've got some here from the previous day that you see me swatch that are top coated already. And here we have all the ones from today. Now, we had a green, 2 greens I believe. We had Hona's satin and this little one, which I think I was going to do with green, Supernatural, the manicure company. So these are going to go into the green pot. Okay, now I'm going to clean the blue shelf and then we're going to clean the gel polishes and then we can start putting things back in place. Not too bad. So in terms of cleaning the gel polishes, I use 99.9% IPA, or otherwise known as isopropyl alcohol. And basically one at a time, what I do is I take the ring off, undo the bottle, and then I spray my towel with the IPA. And then what I do is with my index finger, push that right in between where the lid and the neck of the bottle is, and then I just twist, and I twist, and that normally gets it. A little bit left there, so then I might go back in like that, close the lid. Again, depending on how bad the brush or the top of the bottle is, I'll just do that. And then I pop the ring back on and it's good as new, ready to go back on the shelf. So let me just show you that again, but let me find a bottle that's like really bad. I think the blue hedgehog was terrible looking. So this one, as you can see, is really not in a good way, and that's dried polish there as well. So in this instance, I would take the brush off entirely. Now with ones like that, acetone, a few pumps, and same method with my index tight against the neck of the bottle, and then I just twist the bottle. So that's one swoop. So I would repeat that, twist, 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 twist. And most bottles obviously are not like this. If you're really stuck and it bothers you, I would grab a little spatula and just scrape that away. Like I said, most bottles won't be like this. You will just get the odd one here or there. Clean side of my paper towel with my index finger, getting right in there. Twist, 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 and scrub that bit. There we go. That's as good as I have managed to get that one. And that's been dripping away, so that's great. Pop the lid on. One thing to note with the acetone is it can take away the shine of the bottle, so I wouldn't use acetone on the lids which are acrylic. They will go cloudy. So here's an example if you get acetone on the lid. So try and avoid using the acetone around that area. Stick with IPA. But yeah, that's it really. Sometimes I will get the odd bottle that's really stubborn here with gel polish. In that case, I will use acetone around this area, just avoid the tip. And you know what, sometimes for quickness, I will just use acetone as well because it is slightly more stronger than IPA. So it might be more effective in removing faster. Okay, so let's do one more and I'm going to do this in real time. While I do this, I'm going to reply to another couple of comments.
I found your channel through this video on my For You page and I can't wait for the rest of your collection. Subscribing immediately. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think when your comment came through, I was just starting to film the blue shelf the other day. Nailing the Coffin by Sam. This job is also on my to-do list, but I'm putting it off, especially in Easter time. Fair enough. It's not a job for the faint-hearted, put it that way. But I hope this motivates you to do it. It's a good feeling once you get it all done. I've just had to turn the main lights off because the camera was not having a very good time with the LEDs. Another comment from Mary Morris, 2013. I love these little nail projects, laugh out loud. I thoroughly enjoyed swatching all of my gel colours and doing a little swatch party. Anytime I get new gel or acrylic, absolutely. I always paint the inside of the swatch stick so I don't have to use top coat on them. Well, you know my opinion on that now. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. This works for me for now. Then we have a comment from Tori Holiday. Thanks for posting, beautiful voice, awesome hair and some sync polish subbing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Loads of new subscribers from the previous swatching video, so welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you. Thank you so much for supporting my little channel. I am pleased to have you and I hope you've enjoyed this video as well. But anyway, my camera is at 1%, so it's about to die. I'm going to catch up with you once I'm finished. So it's been about half an hour. I have now finished cleaning each and every single bottle. They are literally shining. Oh, it's so satisfying seeing them all like this. But it's time to get them up on the wall now. There was one more comment I wanted to respond to. Saving the best till the last. Red Fennec 07 said, Agnes, we have been blessed with almost an hour-long video with you. I cannot tell you how big of a smile came up on my face when I saw that comment. Thank you so much. That is such a kind comment. I really, really appreciate that. And here's another hour-long video, which I hope you've enjoyed also. Anyway, it's been a long day. Let's get these cleaned gel polishes back up on the shelf and call it a day. In terms of getting all the swatches onto the wheels, I think I'm going to do a separate video on that. To be honest, I'm not even decided if I want them on the wheels. I kind of want to look into potentially getting like a big acrylic compartment with different sections where you could essentially keep the swatch sticks so that you can actually then just pick different colours that you might not necessarily put together. For talking's sake, like these two colours, you would never really put them together unless they kind of happened to be next to each other. So I feel like while it could turn into a massive mess, mind you, because I've literally put the two into the wrong place, it could be a really fun way of picking your nail colours and maybe zhuzhing things up a little bit and going for different colours together in a one set that you might not necessarily put together otherwise. But anyway, we'll come back to that in a separate video.
We could actually bump this up.
Spicy latte. More salt.
Sugar.
A little bit of sugar.
Yes.
In the grill. Clean your station. And just like that, nachos, chili, homemade salsa, and sour cream. Nah. Yeah, these are.
Yeah, these are. Yes.
Flavors be there. This is how we talk to each other whilst we're eating. We just go,
Bye! And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and of course, hit that subscribe button for future videos from me. Until next time, bye!